What's up, everybody? We are live. I do believe it to be Tuesday, correct? Just want to make sure. Unfinished, Dan, how the heck are you guys? How's everybody's week starting out? Miss Colleen? I was over in Buff and Kim's live there for a few minutes. And Dan, you had mentioned lemon icing. Bro. Yep. I could bash me some lemon icing. I'm a lemon freak. It was super nice out today. Did you get to work on anything? What's up, Dakota? Mr. Tom, unfinished. I remember that show, Jackie. 227, yeah. My grandma watched it all the time. I keep seeing it in the store and have managed to not buy any. Yeah, it's a struggle. Got to work in a steel factory. You changed jobs? What happened? Oh, crap. Sorry. Went fishing after work with Bobby, and I eat icing all the time. Yeah. I try to steer clear of it, but you know, I sealed a wall to concrete joint. Nice. No, I've been working in that steel warehouse for over 2 years now. Sweet. Okay. Cool. I wasn't sure what you did. That's cool though. Let's see, I miss Tom's here. New heater box. What the heck's that say? New heater box in 14 RAM, 5500. I've got a 5500 at the shop right now that I do believe is going to be needing a PCM. And the people that brought it to us has the donor vehicle that had the engine taken it out of. I think it has a different tone wheel or a different injector pulse. Something's different with the two because it's leaning out really, really bad. And they're supposed to have a computer picked up from their other truck, but we haven't seen it yet. So we'll see how that goes. No charger yet. Bought a can of chocolate icing and demolished it in the last. $25 is going to be your sweet. Grateful I'm still employed. Yeah. So I guess a lot of people call me weird. I love working on cars. I don't know why. It just makes me feel happy. I like fixing them. We fixed a lot of cars a lot of people couldn't. A lot of good places couldn't, but we were able to, find that back door and get them fixed. Tomorrow used trans replacement in Renegade. Oh boy. Good old CVT transmission. If I lost that job, my life would fall apart. Man, you shower, I'll be back. How are you with electrical? I love it. Someone tells me that there's no medication for what I have. I love electrical. Dakota, my life wouldn't fall apart. It would just be less meaningful because I love working on cars. 9-speed trans. Oh, a newer one. Nah, I'm not the man. I just like working on cars. It is what it is. I'm cool, man. Now, house electrical is different. I can do it, but good. I checked my rear lights. I have nothing. Oh, cool. Okay, well, depends on what car it is. If you're talking about the old Dodge, typically all that is ground issue. That's all they run on is ground. Jim Bob. I'm just now getting to where I can walk around again. Slowing going down and on my back. Try to meet. Damn. Well, hope for a speedy recovery, man. Pretty good with car electrics. Yeah. I ought to hand over some communication lines to you and let you sort those out. Within 6 inches of the connectors. Can't hang out long, but I thought I'd say hello. Graze the algorithm for you. Working on the ballistic bandit for Kentucky. Oh, sweet. You'll have to hit me up, Vic. You said something about some pictures you needed, but you never hit me back. I think you needed another shot of my front end, but I can't say 100%. Can't bus. So what's really cool is, the CAN bus, high speed, low speed, all that stuff between all the other cars. I actually have that Autel Maxi Ultra scanner that I have updated and now has a bus communication hub in the scanner now. It'll help me get closer to where the problem would be rather than taking the whole car apart and ohming out wires and a bunch of other shit. Yeah, my phone was out of time for me a text right now. Save your number. Cool. Okay. If you get with me before I leave work, I can take some pictures before I leave the shop because the car is at the shop right now. Oh, God. Got the hiccups. What the? I leave work around 5, typically 5:30. But if you can hit me anytime before that, and at some point through the day, I'll get back there and get a couple pics. Just sent you a text. No car needs internet wiring, but yeah, that's no shit. Thanks, man. You too. Be safe. Staying away from that alcohol prevents hiccups. For a minute. They're gone now. all the tools they're coming out with these days for the communication lines, draws, battery draws. I mean, just there's just so much more technology in the tools now, which helps me also. Um, I don't want to get in trouble per se with like an advertisement or of any kind. I did get a new tool for testing battery draws, and I want to show it off, but I don't want to make it like an advertisement. So I want to do a short on it so everybody can see it. It is $200, but man, is it nice. Thanks, Colleen. Yo, bro, what up? But yeah, it's pretty sweet. And Power Probe has come out with a new voltmeter that I'm going to be getting too. I put an order in for it, but they're still on back order. But I'll probably bring my old Max 710 home because I'll never give that thing up. I'll never trade it in. They quit making them. They're like one of the best Mac meters ever made. So I'll hold on to it. But the one from Power Probe, they integrated a fuse tester and a amp meter in the fuse tester to see how much that circuit's drawing. Say a starter might be drawing too much, and if there's a fuse for it, you can put it on there and crank it and switch it to amp side, and it'll show you actually how many amps it's drawing. It speeds up the process so much because I'm not having to use an amp probe and a bunch of other crap. Or amp clamp. The capacitor jump boxes are the bomb, but $5.99, yeah. Hey, Mohawk. Yeah, Dan. I mean, it works. I mean, you can get codes and stuff and get some data, but it's not real time. I mean, for what you do, it's going to work perfect. It's great. But for me, some of these systems, even subsystems to the system, not having real time data, I can miss something, and it sucks. Thank you. I've got a few more coming. That's how it rolls. But if everybody didn't notice, I put up a in the description for the live and the picture, the thumbnail. These used cars are getting worse. You know, we used to be able to get a used car and fix a couple things and put them back out on the road, and they're good for 20, 30,000. But it's like all the used cars we're getting now, they're destroyed. We have to rebuild, and it sucks. This girl, what up, Mohawk? This girl got a Jeep Compass, I think it was, and she spent every single dime she had on it. Had it for 2 days, overheated. It is used. It's gonna break. But it's a 2.4, I believe, and they were pretty bad about head gaskets. And this thing blew the tank off or cracked the tank on the radiator. And typically, when that happens, it's a blown head gasket. But going through it, and in the picture, you can see someone ran into something. They replaced the bumper cover, but never replaced the condenser on the radiator. So the reason the radiator was cracked is because it got hit. All these used cars went from, your shitters to holy God, I have to rebuild this whole freaking car. Oh, what was this? 94, my buddy Snap-on box would tell you how much voltage was in the coolant on Chrysler's. Well, you can take a voltmeter and just test it. It'll still tell you voltage for pH. And then you just got to put it on the conversion chart, and it'll tell you how high or low it is or whatever. But yeah, I mean, that was an old school thing. We've got the strips now to check for pH. Oh, McDonald. I was going to buy some Quinn tools, but got a deal on the 230 Pittsburgh Mechanics set. Heck yeah. Dan, you can measure electrolysis with the cooling system with a voltometer. That's fancy for me. But the cool thing is, I mean, you've got a phone where you can Google it. So if you put a voltmeter in it and check voltage, and then you can go online and it'll convert it to what pH level it is, whether it's good or bad. So, but with all these cool strips and stuff they have these days, I mean, you can check it. Oh, shit. Oh, Cam Sam's back.
Yep. Broke ass. Look at my new camper in there. Spent all my money on the camper. This is a picture somebody sent to me today. I wanted to know if I could fix it. I'm like, yeah, let me think about that.
Yeah. Are they serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I actually, believe it or not, I found a place you can buy the body panels for these things and the roofs and everything. So, yeah. Not cheap, but yes, they are available.
Old Mac, that's the same OBD2 system. It's just a lot faster.
Yeah, still the old, what is it, 16-pin connector, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it went from a 12 to a 16, but...
Been using it since, what, 94, 92, something like that? Ford's had them early.
When OBD2 first came out, it was a 12-wire pin rather than 16.
Yeah, but it was still the same connector, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's odd how they planned all this.
Oh, yeah.
They could foresee their fuck-ups, and now they're...
Well, they knew they were going to do all the CAN bus stuff, and they, you know... Like I said, Ford had it early. Hey, Colleen.
That'll be the next tool I get.
Like
Man,
Ford had it when the modular motors came out, like in the early 90s.
Yep.
And it was on the passenger side, like up under the glove box. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, because I hunted for it for 20 fucking
years. Yeah. And then remember Honda used to like to hide them underneath the console and all kinds of weird shit.
Behind the ashtray.
Yeah. Yeah, all kind of weird shit. Yeah.
I had an 03 Honda at the shop today. I was trying to hunt for it. And, man, they really tucked it up behind that knee bolster.
You should have seen me trying to find it on that coach I was working on today. Oh, my God, dude.
But Old Mac, you can get online and find you a really cheap, decent OBD2 scanner. OBD2 connectors, even though they're... Yep. And I think 93, 94 GM started switching over, because my Astor van was a 94, 95, and it was still OBD1. But my buddy's was the exact same year, and it was a 90 or OBD2. That was aggravating as shit.
I was wondering.
Well, which one was it that has the new? You can't even hook up to the car. You have to have wireless.
Oh yeah, some of the Cadillacs and some of the.
Was it Cadillac?
Or I'm sorry, Mercedes Benz and Audis. We ran into a couple of them. The new Autel we had, which I think is the same one you have, it would communicate with them.
Yep.
And some of the Cadillacs had an infrared pickup in them also.
That's what it is, the infrared.
Yeah. Which it still had a OBD2 port, but it had an infrared that it would read. I think the Snap-on was the only one that would do it. Or the probably the Tech 3 or something. I don't know.
scanner, Cole?
Star? Or is
I
that a
thought that was
Chrysler?
Chrysler.
Yeah. Oh shoot, I can't even remember.
I can't either. Because we're like almost on the verge of having to get one.
Yeah.
Um,
I was messing around with the Mustang earlier, and the rack was messed up, so I ordered a new manual rack for it. I had the engine sitting down in there, and friggin' oil pan. I can't put the rack on it. The oil pan's too low. I had to order one of those.
Rotunda. What's up, John?
What's up, John? Rotunda. There you go. That's the Ford tool.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I think the new one's called something else.
I wanted to make sure this coach didn't have a inertia switch, and they don't. So
Oh,
they quit putting them on the bus chassis in 2019.
so they dropped the inertia switch, don't have a fucking electrical fuel pressure sensor like everything else does.
Nope. And it doesn't have a pressure port either. I had to use your inline stuff that you've never even used. I had to use it today.
No, I use it every once. Well, that I've got a Dodge at the shop, that 5500.
Yeah.
That I had to put it on because it doesn't have a test port either.
Isn't that weird? Like, why didn't you?
Y-Tech is the Chrysler tool.
Y-Tech.
Thank you, Tom, because I was going to ask that too. Ford IES scan tool.
Were you working at the shop yet when we had the big old GM tester that had like the big cabinet, had the big arm that came out with all the wires on it?
Sun. The Sun.
No, it was a GM one. It wasn't a Sun, but it was. I mean, maybe it was made by Sun, but God, that thing was a.
Who the hell come and got that?
The guys that had the tow truck shop over there where they built Tootie's at, or Sonic, what was that called?
Oh, Thomas,
yeah.
Yeah.
When Dilrod Todd worked there, Gumbert, and what was the other guy's name?
Correct.
Jim,
yes,
whatever his name.
Jim Warden.
There you go.
I actually remember the name.
Mm-hmm.
Y-Tech sounds familiar, John.
They got that
Did you guys get that Nissan fixed?
I don't work on Nissan, sir.
No, I was talking about Wilburn. He called me when you pulled up with your camper.
Oh, is that what he was asking about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was like an old hard body or something.
Hard body or something.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Well, the way it sounds, it might have a break in the line of the 5-volt reference or however it's wired back then.
Holy cow! Video of a big propane tank blowing up, like where those wildfires were down south.
Yeah.
In Norfolk. Yeah, it was a big old fireball. Poof.
"30 years in a no, that's not it."
Man, freaking Rock Auto had that Motorcraft fuel pump for like $500.
Yeah.
I called KOI and the dealer. They want $1,000 for the same thing, same pump, same part number. I said, "No, I'm good. I'll have it shipped to my house for $11.99."
Needs a carburetor and it's good forever.
Did you get that picture of the Mustang earlier I sent?
Hell yes, I did. That looks good.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good. I was working on the exhaust a little bit since
It's called the IDS, the Ford IDS.
IDS, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was just a prefix, but no, that's the actual IDS. You can get the IDS with the VCM2 software on a laptop.
Huh.
Well, I can still program a lot of stuff, but I can't do the new ones. Just like Chrysler, they have that rolling code bullshit. And you have to have this software in order to program anything. Is the software for a Bluetooth scanner needed? So some of the scanners require a subscription, some don't. Depends on how deep you want to get into it, old Mac. What'd you do with your old Altel, Jason?
It just died. I got rid of it. I don't remember what I did with it.
Oh, okay.
I think I might have gave it to Greg. He wanted the cables or something. I don't remember.
Okay.
It lost its. It died for I went on vacation for a week, and when I came back, where the battery was completely dead for a long time. It lost the program, and then Greg tried to reprogram it, and 2 or 3 times it wouldn't take it, and then I was just heck with it. I knew I wasn't going to be needing one for very much longer,
Right. I'm at a dealership and we can only do 2 codes per day. No, dude, the dealership I use, I can get a lot. I did
for the key codes, yeah.
Yeah, the skim pen.
Yeah, we just had to do mine.
Yeah, and that one. But I did, actually, that's what it was. I did the Jeep PCM and then got the skim pen for your van the same day.
Yeah.
And he said that he pulled 2 other ones for body control modules in Dodge trucks the same day. That'd suck only being able to do 2 a day. Because only being an independent shop and not a dealership, I do more than that in one day.
Yeah.
The cool thing is Ross, he'll continuously look him up for me because he knows I'm not doing anything crooked.
Right.
Because I'm supposed to have a locksmith license in order to get those skim pens.
Right.
But it's legitimate repairs. I had to do a instrument cluster in a 17 Jeep Wrangler Sahara. It had a battery draw. And that's when I first got that's the second car I used that Power Probe draw tool on.
Yeah, I think
it ended up being the instrument cluster, and the cluster from Chrysler was $880.
Jeezy.
We couldn't find one anywhere. So, Dan, they didn't used to be, but nowadays with all the security systems and passcodes and other BS, since I think it was Chrysler that started it, I can't say for sure, but they have a system in there. It's a rolling code. In order to do the wireless control module, the only way to access that is to have this license and a $3 million bond. But that's how they're using all these systems and new shit to steal all these Hellcats and everything with a push button start. They find the frequency to the RF hub, put it in the computer, click enter, disarms it, go in, press the button, starts and goes. It's criminal. The weird thing is in order to get access to that information, you have to give them like a federal background check type shit. But how are they pirating this software, or what are they doing? Jeep Willys plant been torn down yet? The one in Indiana, or where was it? There's one in Indiana or something like that. The Willys plant.
One in Toledo. I think they tore it down a long time ago.
Ohio, Toledo, I think. Yeah, Toledo, Ohio.
Overland Industrial Park.
Overland Factory in Toledo was the birthplace of the Jeep. 360,000 Jeeps for just the war effort. Wow. Probably using an emulator. Okay. 2018 FCA announced that the Toledo machining plant would assemble the power electronics modules and components for the Jeep Wrangler hybrid. The Toledo Assembly Complex is now owned by Stellantis and continues assembling Jeeps, including the Wrangler and Gladiator. Oh, June 30th is scheduled for demolition.
Ah.
Well, the last Jeep was a Gladiator, August 22nd, 24.
I'll be darned.
I didn't even know that.
Yep.
I know there's in Indiana, there's a Jeep Willys compound, however you want to say it, where they make all the repop parts.
Yeah.
And they do everything. They do factory rebuilds. They do lifted. They do everything.
Like Brookville Roadster.
Yeah, yeah.
I was down by there the other day. There's a camper storage place. I went and looked at one. Another one that's really messed up. I hadn't called the guy back either. I'm like, he said,
I figured something was going to come about that, and that's what I was asking about. Eventually, you're probably going to have to rent a building so that you can, have a winter project.
Oh yeah, eventually, but like I said, this one needs a roof. He wanted the gasket replaced on the AC unit. Well, the roof's caved in. I'm like, I can't do anything with that. You need the roof replaced. Like, it's not going to fix it. And I don't even want to be on the roof because it's caved in, and it's
no way.
The way the Winnebagos are made. They have
finding someone with more experience with that type of repair would probably be safer too.
Yeah. I told him to call down there at Franklin at RV Clinic because that's pretty much all they do now is roofs. They don't even do mobile repair anymore because the place next to them closed down. There was two RV places right there, and
which one was it?
I think it was called Adventure RV.
In Miami,
RV Clinic. RV Clinic closed. And then next door is, oh crap, I can't remember it now. But another RV place.
Where was it?
Down in Franklin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Ed wants way too much to be able to rent his out.
Yeah, well, everybody does. That's why I don't have one.
Yeah. Well, I found a storage building in Centerville or Miamisburg, but you can't work on nothing.
Nope. I got my camper in one right now. I can't do anything with it. My motorhome's in one. And it kind of makes me mad because there's a guy that parks across from me, and he's got a bunch of like lawn equipment. He's always in there messing around. Well, the other day I left, and when I got back, I couldn't pull the camper all the way in because his shit was in my way.
Oh,
So I called down to the front, and I'm like, "Hey, I can't park my camper inside. The guy across from me's got his crap all over the place." And they came down. They're like, "Yeah, we're gonna need to have a talk with him. We see him out here working on the cameras. We see him on the cameras, out here for hours and hours." I'm like, "Yeah, he's in here working." I'm like,
thanks for hanging out, Mohawk. Talk to you later,
"Hey,
man.
Mohawk, take it easy, buddy." Dakota, how much are they asking for 68? Is Dakota even in here?
He was.
Oh, was it? Okay. I don't think Dakota was in here.
He was earlier. He may not be now.
Oh, okay. I see him.
I don't know how I can go back and
half
look.
An hour ago, yeah.
I know there's a way to look, but I don't know how.
What's that?
To see who's actually here.
Yeah.
You can see what people are still active here.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay.
But I don't know how to get to it.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it either. That shit's too fancy for me.
It was either here or here. Participants. Yeah.
Oh, hey, you can actually connect to the chat now.
What?
Used to be you had to comment on your YouTube side when you're in here. Yeah, you can actually connect to it through your account.
Huh. Cool. It says only Rob is here. I think if the only, I don't know, it's weird. I think only LS and Gen 3 Hemis can be.
That's all I just found out how to do. I was like, oh, okay. Stream this to your audience. Okay. I knew we could do that. No, get out of there. Clicking too many buttons.
Yeah, same here, old Mac. We're supposed to get snow flurries on freaking Thursday.
Yeah. Supposed to get wind and storms tomorrow night and Thursday morning, and then snow.
I think we're supposed to have a high of 68 tomorrow with wind.
Tomorrow's going to be good. I'm going to try and work on the car as much as I can while it's warm.
Well, you got the motor out of the S10. You ought to stick it over on the other side.
It's in the Mustang.
I know that.
Oh, now I can't do that yet because the camper and the other truck's over there.
Right. That's what I just realized.
I gotta get some way of steering the truck, and then
you take the rack out.
Huh?
You take the rack out of it?
Well, I took it out of it. I never really had it hooked up because the tie rod ends are fucking weird.
Oh.
So I think that's what I'm going to try and do tomorrow because I can't do anything with the steering on the Mustang is going to be screwed up until I get that oil pan.
Yeah, we got like 74 today.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, it was awesome. I think we're still in the 60s right now.
It says 71 tomorrow. It's 67 right now. I think it's, I haven't refreshed it yet. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it does say 71.
Yeah.
It said 68 earlier.
Yeah.
Bastards. 27 Thursday night.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah, cold front's going to swing around behind that storm. It's going to be. Yeah, like I said, Battery might get a blizzard, but he's in Florida, so he'll be fine. Well, Blake's in Florida at least. It's 75 BNR said. Yeah, it's gonna be gross on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm over it. That cold shit needs to just go away.
Yeah, I'm done with it too. I'm like, I want to get these cars moved around, get the camper over here on this side, and get it. I got some maintenance that needs to be done on it. I did get the electric fireplace all straightened around and got the cabinet door cut down, and so
I managed to get a couple beers drank in the cul-de-sac this afternoon.
yeah.
Not barefoot though.
I barefoot.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, hopefully Hunter can get the toolboxes cleared out here soon. He was supposed to do it tonight, but he said he was too tired.
he came home and went to bed. He's
I know.
asleep. Yeah.
But hopefully
I couldn't get him to get up this morning. I don't know what the hell he was like. Did you stay out late last night or something? Shit.
Well, I'm getting ready to take that taillight harness out so I can figure out what the hell they did because they won't give me a new harness for it. They have to build one for me.
For what?
I didn't tell you about the taillight harness?
Uh-uh.
The Camaro?
Uh-uh.
They gave me a Firebird taillight harness.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So my turn signal and my brake lights come on.
Yeah.
Or running lights.
Yeah. Nice.
Do you forget what day it is?
Nope, I know exactly what day it is.
What you want?
You not see the baby?
Oh. Well, they moved out, so I now get videos of her instead of being able to hold her and kiss her fat cheeks.
That's what I get. I got to see Maeve
Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
I know. I talked to Hannah and was trying to be able to come over, but she said she had to leave too quick.
Yeah.
Yes, hi. Say hi, Papaw. Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to get back to this. Love you. Bye. But yeah, I talked to her like, I want to meet her.
Yeah. She was in a good mood, too. Yeah, she got to go meet her great-grandma.
Yep. Yeah, she was talking about it. I said, if you got a minute, just shoot me a message. I'll come over and see her.
Yeah, they came here so I could see her for a little bit, and they were eating, and then they were like, "Oh, we gotta go."
Yeah. Starter motor on a late model Volkswagen. Was it a Tiguan?
36 hours.
Oh my God! Or is that one of the big rigs?
No, that's one of those. I think it's the one that has like the Porsche type setup in it.
36 hours. How ridiculous is that? Touareg? I'll use my phone more tonight than I have all week. Um, 3 hours. Engine transmission dropped out.
No, I quoted 5 hours labor on that fuel pump and that motorhome, and I'm still cheaper than the dealer is.
Jesus. Colleen says, is this a misprint? Is it supposed to be 3.6?
Yeah, right.
I I know, me too, Don. I hate that part.
Hygiene day.
What the heck is it? 16 VW starter replacement that calls for 36 hours.
Yeah, I think it has like the Porsche type transaxle engine blah blah thing in it. Excuse me.
It's inside the fucking transmission.
Wowzers.
So you got to drop the motor and transmission to pull the transmission
Yep.
to change the starter.
Wasn't there like a Nissan pickup or something that had the starter inside the bell housing on a manual transmission? We did one once. I'm like, what the hell?
I can't recall. I don't know, but get it done in 18 hours and charge the 36. Well, I mean, that's flat rate. That's what you do. Oh. Ronnie at work hurt his back. Diesel mechanic like me doing auto repair now. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Tundras are fantastic. I've done a few of those, especially when it has the EGR. I think it's only 3 hours or 3.5 hours to do the regular Tundra starter, and it's probably 5.5 hours. Because of having EGR, you got to take the EGR valve off, then you take the little passover tubes off, and you can get to the starter bolts. Oh God, that one has the passenger exhaust manifold has come off. Okay, well, if I see that coming, I'm gonna run. Very stupid, Dan. Very stupid.
Stupid. Dumb.
Well, Jeremy and actually Bobby started on it. Jeremy got to it, and Hunter finished it. He was doing an exhaust manifold on a Malibu, but it had an air pump on it. So it had a diverter valve over top of the manifold.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. So, yeehaw.
Man, I got that diesel cruise, and
Yeah.
I was looking at the exhaust temperatures the other day.
Yeah.
This thing runs perfect. I've driven it a couple times, like back and forth to drive-through and stuff. And so I forced it to do a regen with the scanner, and I've watched the temperatures. Everything's good. Like the back pressure on the DPF, it's got a DPFE that measures it.
Yeah.
And it was like 0.1, like nothing.
Yeah.
So I cleared the codes. I drove that thing probably 15 miles today. I took it up on the highway and everything. The engine light hasn't came on back on yet. So I don't know if they just forgot to fucking regen it or whatever. And yeah, after they put the DEF pump on it and stuff.
Yeah.
There was one bulletin I found that you needed to check all the turbo pipes. And one of the clamps was like not loose, but it was in the wrong place. It was further down the pipe than it should have been. So I moved it up. And now I don't smell the diesel inside the car either. So I don't know if that has something to do with it.
When the reason they ask you to check those turbo pipes too is because the hot side pops off because of a backed up filter.
Yeah, exactly. But it was on the wasn't on the hot side. It was on the intake side, on the low pressure side, on the air, from the air filter to
probably
the
because
turbo.
of oil.
What's that?
Probably because of oil.
Yeah. No. That's the thing. This thing doesn't leak. It only has like 70,000 miles on it. Like it's been taken care of. It's just I don't know what the hell happened. I think that DEF pump froze up when it got cold.
That could happen too. Yeah.
And it just freaked it out. So I'm just about ready to tell her to come get it and fucking drive it because I mean, they live in New Carlisle, and she drove it to here
Yeah.
and said it didn't act up. Just the light was on.
Yeah, Hunter did that def filter at the shop, and he was trying to force a regen there in the shop, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna melt that exhaust hose off.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So he shut it off and put it outside and let it do its regen.
Remember when I did the one at the shop and it caught the grass on fire? I was like, fuck, I pulled it outside.
6-liter power stroke. You need to lift the cab. If it depends on what you're doing, Dan. If you're pulling an engine, yes, because Hunter just did that on a 5.4.
Yeah, you got it. When you're working on the turbos and stuff on those.
Tube, no, you don't have to pull the cab on that one.
Yeah, the 6.0s, they sucked.
No, but the oil pressure tube you can get to on that one.
Yeah. That's why I don't own one. I don't own one that has DEF. I don't own a V8 diesel. Yes, I own a Dodge. It's not the greatest truck in the world, but the engine's pretty simple. The only problem I've ever had is when it stuck that thermostat last year.
Well, I mean, but you don't have the DEF fluid to
No.
deal with.
It doesn't even have an EGR. It's the last year before they started putting emissions on.
Yeah, you got the simple one.
I did. Yeah. I mean, it is a 24 valve. It does have some of the electronic stuff, but not any of the weird shit. What's up, Landon? How you doing, brother?
Landon, what up?
Sam. Oh man.
How much does your camper weigh?
Which one? The mobile home? The Jayco?
No,
Or my tow? Huh?
your trailer.
Oh, my trailer? That thing is like 7,800 pounds.
Why is it my truck can? Because mine. Pretty sure mine said mine was 7,800 also, or 6,800.
You wouldn't want to pull your camper with your truck.
I already have.
Yeah, it can't be fun though.
The only reason I didn't pull it back to the shop because I couldn't get the weight distribution hitch.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to pull it. Believe me, I had that my 3/4 ton with the 6-liter. It didn't like pulling it either.
Mine, it loved it. It didn't care.
If you were pulling it through the hills and shit, you would not like it.
Now my toy hauler.
Oh hell no!
6-liter, it did not like it.
Yeah, no.
That thing was heavy as hell.
Yeah, my 6-liter don't like this. My fuck is that one? I can't even think of. I got a Jayco and I got a freaking Keystone. That's what it is.
Huh.
It's a heavy bitch and it's long and the wind fucks with it and
Because I pulled it to Indian Lake and what the hell's that other one? Kaiser? Callan? Kaiser.
Oh yeah, you use my truck on him. Yeah.
No. After that.
Oh yeah.
But that's also when Rick also borrowed the weight distribution hitch afterwards from Steve.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to have a sway bar type weight distribution hitch, especially when it's windy, man. It's freaking dangerous. But see, the steering on the Dodge sucks. Well, I mean, it's a lot better now. I need to do the ball joints on the other side. I got the ball joints.
You got better tires now too, so it's not pushing you.
So I need to do that. Yeah, I need to do the ball joints on the driver's side, the bearing. I've got a new axle because that U joint's bad, and I need to put the matching. I want to put the KO3s on the front, and then but it's really good right now.
Well, and I also honestly thought about fixing what was wrong with my camper and selling it just because I don't have everybody staying in the camper now.
Right. There
My
were
pop
some money
camper.
right now, that's for sure. People,
Damn, 838K views.
yeah, on his pop up, I saw that the other day. Man, that one I went and looked at yesterday. It's an old one, an old Rockwood, like early '90s. The power distribution center is bad. The converter's bad, is what it is. The battery charger, but it's weird. This one's all one piece, and it doesn't even have a cooling fan in it. It's only like the one in your camper is like probably a 30 amp or a 55 amp charger.
Yeah.
This one's a 12. Literally, the only thing this coach has that runs on 110 is it has an air conditioner. So it literally has a main that's a 20 amp, and then it has a 15 amp breaker and then everything else is 12 volt.
Huh.
And the only thing that's really 12 volt is the lights, and it has a propane refrigerator in it. But it's super clean. They keep it in the garage. It's an older couple.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So the box they had was obviously obsolete. Of course, it's made out of metal. It's like really nice. Only replacement I can find is a freaking cheapy plastic one. But I gotta literally replace the whole thing, breakers, everything. So I should have that stuff tomorrow. I have a brand used water heater if anybody needs one, a 6-gallon propane electric one. Somebody installed it in the wrong coach.
Mine's gas.
It's gas, and yeah, it doesn't run on. Yours is just gas, not gas and electric.
Pretty sure. I think. I don't know. I've not put the anode back in it for a few years because I've not used it.
It's got an anode rod. Yeah, it's just gas. Yeah,
Okay.
That's an old Atwood. It's a good water heater, actually.
Dude, it looked like it's never been used.
Yeah.
But what's his face? Jerry said they used it all the time there in Indian Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Is mine lighter because of how it's built?
Your which
camper?
one is that? Yeah, it's probably an aluminum frame.
It is aluminum frame.
Yeah.
But it's also got that the fiberglass body instead of siding and stuff.
Yeah. Is that an ultralight? Is that what that is, or something like that?
No, it's a Holiday Rambler.
Oh, that is an older one.
Pretty sure that's what it said.
Yeah, that was an early.
Illumiscape Holiday Rambler.
That's it. Yeah, it's got a steel frame, but the steel frame for the trailer, and then the walls are aluminum studs and fiberglass. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, to be honest, my truck did not struggle.
Oh, it would if you were out on the road. Believe me.
Now, if I was going to like Tennessee or something,
yeah,
it probably would.
Yeah, it would not like it. I'll tell you where mine really. When I had my GMC.
Yeah.
When we went out to over in eastern Ohio, we went to it's almost Pennsylvania. It's out past Zanesville. Oh shoot, what park is that? It's a big park. Salt Fork.
Yeah.
Man, you getting those hills out there, getting into the Appalachian Mountains, and oh my God, that thing was screaming, holding itself in fourth gear, and it was horrible. This thing now, though, the diesel, I set the cruise, and it doesn't even
downshift. You also had 410 gears in that thing too.
No, it had 456 gears.
Oh,
yeah, it was horrible. I don't know why they did that to that thing.
Because mine only has like a 355, I think.
Right. That's what the Dodge has, is 355.
I think that had to have been a part of it, but I can't say.
It definitely was, and it was about 3 miles a gallon. So yeah, it was. I don't know why they did. somebody changed those gears. I found it in the owner's manual where they're like, "Oh, it changed to 456 gears." I'm like, Jesus, why?
But he was also pulling a horse trailer too, wasn't he?
Yeah, they had a gooseneck horse trailer, but still, man, that thing had to have been just freaking winging. Shit, my Dodge now on the highway, when it gets in, it's 1,500 RPMs at 70 miles an hour, and it don't even downshift. All you hear is a turbo spool up, and it just climbs right up the hill. And it gets 20 miles a gallon when I'm towing, 17 miles a gallon when I'm towing, I guess.
I was getting 13 pulling the Camaro. I thought that was kind of good.
You heard I told you how my mileage was horrible in my van? I said it's worse than the truck is. It dropped an injector again here.
Right.
I don't know, a week or so ago. I ordered a whole new set of injectors, all new coils, new intake gaskets. I'm like, I'm not farting with this thing anymore. This is the third injector it's dropped. So I was like, as I was doing it, I'm like, you know what? I can't remember if I ever checked the spark plugs in this thing. Dude, I pulled them out and they were wore out, like damn near burnt to the ground strap.
100,000s gap.
Yeah. So I put a new set of plugs in it when I did it, and the mileage went from 13.4. I checked it today. I think it's all the way up to 16 miles a gallon now.
Damn. And that's
it's got a lot of crap in it,
I live in an 86 Royals International 35-foot fifth wheel.
Oh, that's cool.
That's like a fucking hotel, dude. That's
well, our camper's 34 feet.
Is it really?
And it's a bumper pull, yeah. It's 34
yeah, mine's only like 27, 28.
Yeah. Yeah, my camper's a big bitch.
Mine would probably lose 1,000 pounds if I didn't have that big ass slide out.
Yeah. Oh man, they are heavy too, dude. Oh my God, they're heavy. The one in the Jayco, when you put it out, it's got a super slide. It's got one slide just like yours and mine do.
Yeah.
When you put it out, that whole thing rocks. Like gonk gonk. It's like Jesus.
Yeah, I don't think mine rocks, but you can definitely feel it in the floor and the wall.
Yeah, that Jayco, man, that thing's hell, that thing's 32 feet long.
I know, that's a long son bitch.
That's a long one, ain't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't recall ever seeing other than one of them diesel pushers being that damn long.
Yeah. Well, he's got another one. It's called a Leprechaun. It's a GMC chassis. It has a 6-liter in or 6.2. I don't remember. It's 34 feet.
Jesus.
It's a big, and it's got 2 slides. It's got one on each side. It's like the biggest Class C I've ever seen. Like there's Class A's that aren't that big.
Damn. You sure it's not a 7-liter?
It might be, man. I don't know.
That's a big bitch.
Yeah. I mean, the Jayco's got the V10 in it,
So that's probably why your truck didn't care about my trailer, because it's way lighter than yours is.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. And I think it's the wind resistance too that and mine has that big arrow nose thing on it, but it's still, man, it's rough when it's windy outside. I will tell you that. I don't like towing in the wind with it. And I've got the new style friction, sway control, all that crap.
Yeah. So Steve had to stay up late for some reason, and we ended up going hunting that weekend. He's like, "You're going to have to drive because I'm going to sleep." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." First time I ever pulled a camper behind a truck.
Right.
Dude, the wind was blowing so bad. That's when they were building 35. So, the cones were like this far from being
Yeah. Oh, like right now where they're working on the right there at by the airport on 35. Yeah, it's tight, dude. It is tight.
All right. Good night, Colleen.
Take it easy, Colleen.
Your week
have a good evening. Have a good week. Stay warm.
We'll get past this cold shit eventually.
Yeah, I think we got one more good rip in us, and I think we'll be good.
When was first day of spring?
March 20th, Thursday.
Yeah.
Kaylee's birthday.
Can't wait. I went fishing tonight. Me and Bobby went over and hit the river.
Oh, did you? That's cool.
Man, that river is flowing.
It's muddy, ain't it? Yeah.
I didn't get no hits.
I went over it earlier. I was like, ooh, she's muddy.
He's so 35 passes past the Greene County Airport. You got to turn back there to go to it. But
Yeah.
no, we were in was that the Great Miami where I was at?
Little Miami.
No.
Oh, it's Stillwater.
I don't think that's Stillwater either. Hang on, let me look.
Yeah, let me think. Or is that the Mad River?
No, Mad River's by us.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know. I thought you guys were over by
Little Miami is out by Kilcare.
Yeah, that's right.
But the one that runs through there,
I don't know where you guys were at.
right over there off of Rip Rap.
That is a Great Miami, I think.
I think it is.
Yeah. Is that where it makes the S turn by like hydraulic road and stuff where the other plant is when it works at the county?
So you know where Miami Valley Shooting Grounds is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right directly across the street.
Yeah, that's the Great Miami. That's the big Miami.
God, I'm fucking lost. Where the hell am I? There's 48. I'm going the wrong way.
Yeah, I went through that tunnel underneath the airport the other day. That's where the job is. We got to do the 2.
That real skinny one?
Yeah, out there by Gertie's.
Let's see, Route 475. What the fuck is... Okay, I gotta start over.
Oh, no. Camper burnt down because the wheel bearings burned up, caught the whole rig on fire.
Woodman Research. No, wrong way. All right, there we go. 202. Rip Rap.
Excuse me.
Come on, I know you named the river here somewhere. Yeah, Great Miami.
What's up, Unfinished? How you doing, bud?
Unfinished, what's happening?
I saw him a little bit ago and Will Burns deal.
I missed it. I had to go upstairs and I come down to start my live. Yeah, the Mad River dumps into the Miami, and that's where it's Stillwater is up more into Troy and Tip, I think.
Yeah. Man, I drive around so much I can't remember what's what anymore.
I still want to go to the Stillwater. I just haven't made it there yet.
Yeah, when we go camping at Caesars this summer, you need to come out and bring the boat. Hang out with us one night.
Dude,
go in the campground ramp, not the fucking hellhole ramp where everybody's at over across in the whatever that is, North Pool. That's a freaking battleground. People are stupid over there too.
The main boat ramp?
Mm-hmm. Dude, when it's busy, you'll be in line for fucking 45 minutes to get in and out, to get the boat out, in, and then go pick it up. It sucks.
Yeah,
you go down to camp. You go down to campground, pay $3, and go right in. Like there might be 3 or 4 guys down there.
I'm flailing about trying to get things wrapped up so I can finally get to bed. I'll have to see. I went down to the campground before, but I didn't ever see a boat ramp.
Yeah, when you go in and stop and check in,
yeah,
you turn left to go up to the camp. Well, actually, you go straight. If you go straight, you go up into ABC loops.
Yeah.
If you turn left, then you go to DFE loops.
Oh.
If you keep going straight down that road, it goes right into the water.
I'll look it up again because we always go to the big, huge boat ramp.
Yeah, screw that ramp.
That's where we've always gone and never had any issue.
Dude, it's so fucking busy now. It is. Oh, it's horrible. Last time I ever took the boat out there, the pontoon boat, I about lost my mind. People were so stupid and rude. And the worst part that really pisses me off is they don't know anything, any etiquette. Like you get down there. So I got Cindy out. The boat broke down on me one time out there. It was me and her and Tina. She's out there just circling around idle, and that's when that throttle linkage fell off. Do you remember that? And this guy pulls up instead of going to the rigging area. He's pulled up behind where the trailers are, and he's wiping his boat off. And dude, you know me, I can back anything up. I had about 6 inches, and I started backing the trailer up, and he started freaking out. Man, I was getting ready to move, blah, blah, blah. And I said, look, man, my wife and her friend are broke down out there in my boat. I said, I need to go get in line because it's going to take me 45 fucking minutes to get to the boat ramp. And he starts getting all pissy. And I said, you could have stayed right where you were. I would not have hit your boat. I mean, dude, I did. I had it about, my fenders were 6 inches away from the back of his boat. I'm like, you're supposed to go up in the rigging area. I said, get out of everybody's way. He's like, well, I don't know. I'm kind of new at this. I'm like, there's a sign right there. It says, don't park here. Go to the rigging area.
You know what happened the last time I was at that lake? My damn shift cable broke on my truck.
Yeah, that place is possessed, dude. You gotta be careful. Yeah. There's a lot of people that do break down there. Like, I've helped a few guys. Like, one guy's four-wheel drive wouldn't engage. He couldn't get the boat out of the water. He's like, I don't know what the fuck. He's like, and everybody's yelling at him, put him in four-wheel drive, put him in four-wheel drive. I'm like, shut the fuck up. He's trying to. So I pulled my boat out and dropped it and backed all the way back up and put a strap and pulled him out. And the one guy that I told shut the fuck up, he's like, man, I'm sorry. I thought he was just being retarded. I'm like, no, it won't go into four-wheel drive. Like, I even got in there and tried to put it in it for him.
I wish I could have got a freaking video of me yanking Jerry's boat trailer out of Eastwood when I ripped the axle out of it.
Oh, yeah, when he ran it off the wall. God. Yeah.
He went too far off the ledge.
Yeah. That was my greatest fear going into that lake. I'm like, I'm going to put this thing over that. And because we've both been seen that ledge before,
Uh-huh.
Especially when the water was down. Remember when the tornado went through there and sucked all the water out of the lake? And we're like, what the hell?
Yep. Yeah, man, Dan just said there's a lot of YouTube videos.
Oh, yeah.
That's one thing I miss about Indian Lake was when we would go down and just sit and fish right by the campground boat docks.
Dude.
And it was so entertaining.
Oh, it's so funny. Well, that's the thing. Like at Caesars, that's what you need to do. Just go down there and camp out. Like, go down to Wellington. That's the one down by the dam.
Yeah.
People are dumb. It was hilarious. One time we were down there, and me, I said, everybody get in the boat. And Mike was with me, so Mike started up like you did. I said, I'm going to unhook it, Mike. I said, as soon as I start pulling forward, I was like, fire the boat up, put it in reverse, go over into the courtesy dock. Okay. Yeah. And people were all being dumb. There's like, you can get down there. You can get 4 boats, 2 boats on each ramp. And, I got one lady trying to back a jet ski in with his Jeep. Oh my God, it was hilarious. I wish I had it on tape. And then she got in an argument with some guy because he was like, lady, I'll help you. But I can do it my damn strap. They're going back and forth.
Yeah.
So there's this old man in front of me. He's got a pontoon boat about the same size as mine. He's got him and old grandma's out there. So we pull around, we get ready to back in, and he says, I'll get over. He's like, we'll both back in at the same time. I was like, yeah, let's show these fools how to do this. And his wife started dying laughing. And so she goes and gets in the boat, and we both unhook the chains, and we both backed in simultaneously, like watching each other through the windows, back in. Mike fires up the boat. Grandma fires up the boat. We take off. They both go over to the courtesy dock. We go park. And that lady that was back in the jet ski, and she was like, that was the most amazing fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. She's like, you guys are smooth. I was like, well, we've done this before. I said, but I said,
Few
yeah.
times.
I said, you just need to slow down. That's what you need to do. Slow down. Like that little trailer turns so fast because it only has one axle. Like I can
Yeah, not a
force
lot of
this.
people can comprehend the slow down part.
Mm-hmm.
It's always hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, get in, get in, get in.
I said,
get
you
in.
will get that boat in the water so much faster if you just slow down. She's like, I remember I was watching her. She was just standing there with jaw open, like, wow. And we were probably 2 or 3 feet apart, with the trailers backing right
Yeah.
in. They fired up. Well, it's like when me and you would take it out to Eastwood, All right, Rob, get in the boat. And hell, I'm in the parking lot. You were waiting on me in the courtesy dock.
Well,
Next
but
dude
that
getting
was
his
the thing
shit
is
on.
we always had. There's still water. We always had a ton of other people waiting to get in.
Oh yeah.
So I'd go pull over in a little slip so that they could put their boat in.
Yep.
And it was the same thing before when we were trying to leave. And we got these jackasses sitting in the boat waiting for the driver to come back. Like,
Yeah.
really?
Remember that when it was getting ready to rain and that guy, they were screwing around and I'm like, what are you doing? He was like, oh, I was like, you pull that over in the fucking.
First time getting.
Yeah. You'll need some mounting instructions.
That's funny.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell, man? Oh, Lordy.
Thanks, Junkyard D. That was
pretty good. Yeah. That was good. A good analogy.
Ugh. You need to slow down. Put it in easy. Yeah, well, when you're trying to talk to these people about backing in their boats, and yeah. I don't know how many times at the end of Eastwood Lake is where the Sea-Doos go.
Sound like an old Eddie Murphy skit.
Yeah.
Put it in easy.
People with those Jeeps would back their Sea-Doos up in the water, and they're completely crooked. I had an old set of Sea-Doos that I rebuilt and I took down there during COVID, and I've never pulled any trailer. Oh, wow.
Yeah, don't try now, Dan.
And I backed in and had the back wheels in the water just trying to get the impellers down in the water so I could start these things up. This dude tried to back in his Jeep 10 times. And he was like, how did you do that so fast? I'm like, I've done it a few times. And I could have backed my car trailer in here, but I
The
don't want
best
to.
was when they had the old handicap lady in the boat and they didn't have the drain plug.
Oh my God.
You remember that?
Oh, she about went down with the boat.
I thought we were going to have to dig her out, bud. That was hilarious.
That was bad. Hey, Wendy.
What's up, Wendy? I felt bad for her, though. She's like, it's falling everybody. And the guy had already pulled away, and then they're like, oh, crap. Oh,
Forgot
dude, one
to put
time
the plug
we were
in it.
there. You weren't there with us. This is one time me and Cindy and Hunter went out one night just to cruise around, and we're backing in. I don't know what this guy was thinking, but instead of unhooking the boat, he unhooked the trailer.
Oh my God. Oh,
And
I
it went down.
remember you telling me about
It
that.
went down the hill, and I lassoed that thing. I threw my strap over and grabbed it. I mean, and it had to have been right before it was getting ready to go over the edge of the thing. Well,
I don't
actually, it
know
was
that
floating.
one.
Oh,
Oh,
and one time we were out at Caesars, and this old man was in the lake. He was driving the boat, and the trailer was underneath of it.
Oh my God.
He literally was. Cindy was like, "What is wrong with that boat?" I'm like, "What are you talking about, honey?" I'm like, "He's just
Nothing.
cruising along." She's like, "Look at the front of it," and I'm like, "Oh my God, the trailer's still on the boat."
Hang on, I'll be right back.
And the guys next to me, they're like, "Holy crap!" I said, "Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the easy way to do it, but oh my gosh. Yeah, it was crazy. I couldn't believe it myself. Because my wife was like, "What's wrong with that boat?" And I'm like, "Oh, it looks fine to me. He's just an old dude cruising around." Then I look and the tongue is sticking out of the water for the trailer. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can just drive it right up in there. I've seen some crazy stuff. And another funny thing to watch is people back campers in. I have seen more couples get in arguments when they back the camper in. Oh my God, it's hilarious. We were up at Lake Erie. There was a Jelly Roll concert up on the island, up on Put-in Bay. And we were camping there in East Fork over on the mainland by Marblehead. And we were kind of down at the end of this cul-de-sac camped. And this guy comes flying in. Woo! They got this real nice truck, this real nice, oh shit, what is it? The shiny silver one, oh crap. What is it? What's the fancy silver shiny camper? They make them here in Ohio. Airstream.
Yeah.
Got an Airstream. I mean, this thing was badass. Dude, he comes flying down there like skidding tires going around the cul-de-sac to turn around. And he fucking backs in and jackknifes this thing right into the power pole. Just plows it. So then he pulls forward. Well, the picnic table's on the, they always pull them up to mow the grass onto the pad. And you got to move it over. So he pulls forward after he just bent the freaking power post over. But pulls forward, floors it again, just rams the picnic table. It's just rolling over. And me and my wife, me and Cindy and Mike and April were there. They were across from us. And that was the time I had to take that was when the truck was messed up. And I rented the camper from Tolo, the one I bought. I took it up there the first time, motorhome. And they're like, got a little close there, didn't we, bud? I'm like, yeah. So then,
hey, Twisted.
So then, dude, they had some like dinner meeting. They were like ex-military, blah blah blah, and they were like, "Yeah, you guys be careful up there. We used to be paramedics." And blah. Okay, that's nice, dude. They get back, and she's got these high heels on, and it had rained. So the ground's real sticky and soft. She gets out of the truck, and she's hammered, and she starts to walk, and her shoes are stuck in the mud. She pulls her feet out. So finally they get inside and we can hear them arguing. And all of a sudden she goes to pull the curtain down on the window facing us. We got a fire going. We're out there drinking beers. She just face plants right in the window like, then you hear her face go down the window. She was passed out, bro. And we were just laughing our ass off. And the guy comes over, pulls the shades down. I'm like, oh my God.
That just happened.
Oh, Landon says it's windy and snowing. Landon's in Idaho, where Kim's from.
Buff and Kim?
No, not Buff and Kim. Kim Barrows.
Oh,
Barrows. Yeah.
Hey, he don't come in no more. I don't know why.
He's busy with his stuff.
Oh, he's over talking with Buff and Kim.
Oh, okay.
Although, him and Buff really get to talking to each other. So,
yeah. They're in the, yeah.
I ain't mad.
But yeah, I've seen some funny shit people parking campers. Excuse me.
Yeah, I haven't. Oh. Damn. Okay. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
But
yeah, sorry we brought that up. How about them Reds?
I haven't had a whole lot of experience watching people back in, but
dude, it's so funny. I've seen so many picnic tables get hit, power poles.
Watching them turn that long mother trucker.
Yeah.
Is another process.
You want to know another funny thing to watch is at the dump station.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. I have seen so many people covered in, you know what?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. When the couple
No,
times I got to use the dump station at Indian Lake, it really wasn't all that bad.
I like their dump station the way it's set up.
Well, and I never had left during a busy.
Yeah. Well, what's nice in Indian Lake when if they are busy, they get
Yeah.
up there and start directing traffic and getting people, because there's like two lanes when you go out. There's one lane that you can go straight through,
Yeah.
and then there's the other lane on the right side that you dump. And what campground is it? The Deer Creek. It gets really jammed up because you got to make a right-hand turn, and then it's just a single dump, like two lanes,
Oh, yeah.
and it gets all backed up. So now they've got like a roundabout where they start directing people through, and then, man, there's one. It gets really
Twisted. I had campers pay me to back theirs in.
Oh yeah. I have literally like people will be having a hard time, and I'll say, "Hey, just you want me to back it in for you?" And they're like, "Oh God, please." And
So before you got your camper, I sent you a picture of your truck and my camper. You remember that? You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But the only reason I got the experience is because of Steve.
Well, yeah, because I had that little 25-foot Outback that Jerry gave me. That was the biggest camper I had yet.
Right. So yeah, it gets yeah, they get big. But I've never I mean, at the boat ramp I help people back in,
Oh
but
yeah.
I've never actually physically backed in someone's camper or anything like that.
Oh, I have. Sometimes I have to do Mike's because he I don't know, he just gets bumfuzzled. And, oh man, one night I remember.
Mike overthinks really fast too.
Well, but you got to remember who all the people he's dealing with too.
You talking about a passenger?
Yeah. Dude, one time they were all going to Indian Lake. It was this, April's mom and her great, it was a whole mess of them.
Right.
And Mike goes to leave. Mike's at work. He gets home. They're supposed to have everything ready. They don't. So he's running around. I'm helping him. And he calls me and he was like, "You are not going to fucking believe what just happened." I said, I probably won't. He says, I had the slide out. They just got it back from being worked on. Had a bunch of work done to the slide, right? He said the slide just fell out. I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me?"
Oh God.
Dude, I go to their house and it's wedged. Like the top came out, and luckily it wedged, and it was probably about a 30-degree angle hanging out of the camper.
Oh,
he's like, "I can't pick it up." I said, "Mike, that thing's like 3,000 pounds." So I run back to the house. I get a bottle jack and a 4x4. We managed to get it plopped back in. Of course, then we can't push it because now the motors are all screwed up.
Yeah.
So I went in, took the motors out, and I literally had to back my truck up in their yard and back into the thing to push the slide back in.
Oh my God.
Well, and what he forgot to tell me also was he hit the house when he backed it up because that's what it was. He went to leave and the slide out went out by itself. That's what it was. He went to pull out of the driveway. The slide went out and this
is that why they have the safety switches where you shut the power off?
Yes, exactly. And like motorhomes now, like my motorhome won't let you put the slide in if the engine's running. It won't even let the thing start. If the slide's out, it won't start.
Yeah. My slide out does not have a shut off.
Right. Mine doesn't either.
It has an in and out button. That's it.
Yeah, that's all mine's got too. But the new ones don't. Oh my gosh. There's some crazy shit you'll see. I was going down the highway one time and Cindy was like, "I think those people's slides out." And I looked and I'm like, "Oh shit." Their slide was out on the right side. So we got up like we were going to pass, and when we rolled the windows down, an old guy and And Cindy was like, your slide's out. And he was like, I know, it just started, it pushed itself out. We can't get it to go back in. I'm like, you need to pull over and put it in park, and then it'll come back in. And he's like, oh, okay. And he was like, where the hell am I going to pull over? We were in like a construction zone. I don't remember where we were at. But yeah, there's some crazy shit can happen. And those slides are heavy.
Oh, I know. I just well, remember me asking you about buying that pull behind camper at one point?
Yeah.
That's the trailer that Digger has that he's fixing.
Oh, the one that's a shop.
Yeah. So his slide out has an on-off switch, a power where you can turn on power on and off.
Yeah.
I didn't know they ever had one. I didn't know it ever existed.
Yeah. So your new like Class A's and Class C's, your motorhomes, they actually have a lock. When it pulls in, it has an electric lock. You push it and it locks it so it doesn't go out while you're going down the road.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
the problem is people try and push them out when they're locked, and it really screws the pooch.
Yeah.
So
they should have some kind of micro switch to kill the power.
Yeah, I went out to these people one time. It was last summer. It was a brand new coach, and the slide would go out and then it would like drop. And they weren't telling me the whole story. I'm like, what happened? Like, what'd you do? Did you have, because a lot of times what happens, they'll have the driver's seat back. And then when they go to pull the slide in, it'll hit the seat and it'll really bind it up. And he was like, no, we unlocked it. We pushed it out. And he was like, next thing I know, like, my wife was putting them back in and she said everything was fine. Then we get home and she's complaining it did this. And I look at the driver's seat and dude, the cushion is ripped. Like the leather is ripped. I said, that seat was back. He's like, no, she says it wasn't. And I'm like, okay, dude. And she was just a nasty old bitch too. Like it was one of the days I was running behind. I told them I would be there in the morning. I gave them no time when I would be there. I got there at 11:30 and when I get there, the guy's like, oh, you already got it fixed. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, you said you'd be here in the morning. And I'm like, well, it's morning until 11:59. So I said, yeah, I got it fixed. Let's go ahead and get the bill taken care of and I'll be on my way. I'm just real smart ass. So then a lady pulls up and I messed with it and was looking at the adjustments and stuff. And I'm like, this thing's bent. And she gets there and, she calls him and he's got on speakerphone. She's like, oh. Let me guess. He didn't show up. And he's like, no, he's here looking at it now.
Oh my God.
So then she gets there and I got all my tools out. And she's like, well, I already called Winnebago and Lippert. And I packed all my tools up, threw them in the van. Like, okay, see ya. He's like, well, we owe you. I was like, you don't owe me nothing. Because I'm thinking, if I charge these people, she will rip my ass and probably give me a bad review. And no.
Yeah.
Ain't doing it.
God.
People are rude, dude.
Yeah, the dude that he got the camper from went and looked at a bunch of new campers.
Yeah.
He had one. It was a little bit smaller because it's just him. And he had it for, I think he said it was like 13 days. And the slide out broke. It was stuck out.
Oh, yeah, I don't doubt it.
They couldn't come out and fix it because they didn't have anybody available.
Mm-hmm.
They asked him if he could bring it to them, and he was just like, well, what's going to happen if something hits it? So he tried to get it back, and he was like 6 hours away. And about halfway back, someone ran into it.
Oh, yeah, I don't doubt it.
So they were trying to sue him when the camper people said to bring it back to him.
Right.
So instead of him getting a new camper, they refunded everything he put into it. He was like, I'm never buying a new one again.
Yeah. Oh, they're horrible. Dude, if you go on YouTube and look up a video like camper assembly plant, like just look up like Jayco or Keystone.
So
me and
Sarah went through that camper show to look at the new campers.
Yeah.
And all I did was sit down at the table and it cracked.
Oh yeah. It's probably a
And
Coleman camper, wasn't it? They're junk.
I don't
They-
even know.
They are junk. The Thors are junk. The Colemans are junk. You know, Keystones are okay. Jaycos
My
are pretty
toy
good.
hauler was a Thor, but it was also like a 2001.
Yeah, you don't want any Kobe camper. I don't give a frick what it is. But the Thors are just, oh, they're crap. But dude,
Well,
it's literally, I'm not shitting you. It's literally meth heads, and they're like in overdrive trying to get these things done because they get bonuses for every extra camper per month they get off the line. And it is crazy. Like I looked up a video about adjusting the cables on mine has a ball slide. It runs on cables and not on tracks.
yeah.
And dude, this guy he's 900 miles an hour, and there's 13 people in the background yelling, "Hand me this! I need this! Cut this! I need these!" No, I'm like, no wonder these things are fucked up. And they're like, "Yeah, we went from 24 units to 36 units this month," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And it was at the Keystone plant where my camper was made.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, I think that older Thor I had, it wasn't all that bad, but it was a bad design on the roof rail.
Mm. Well, the two Thor motorhomes that Tolo has that he's selling, you know, because he got out of the rental business.
Yeah.
They have so many problems.
Oh.
I've been working on them off and on for the past couple of weeks.
My control board died, so I took it apart, and it was bad. All the controls just wouldn't work, and I got a new one through what's that place up the road here?
Oh, at Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis RV.
Yeah.
He got me a new control board for $40.
Mm-hmm.
Put it all in, and it worked for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, they're crap. The wiring in them is bad. They get the wires pinched in them all the time. Half the plumbing leaks in them. They don't get the, you know, it's all PEX, and they use all the plastic shit crimp connectors. You know, whenever I do something, I put a shark bite fitting in.
Yep.
And
that's what's in mine now is shark bites.
Yeah, I put shark bites in. I put shut off valves to everything. If I work on something, I put a shut off valve to it. That way I can shut the water off, change the faucet, change the toilet valve, you know,
Right.
what have you. And dude, I worked on this one though the other day. It was bad to the bone. It was like a house. It had the whole water manifold system, every pipe, every hot, every cold, every feed had to cut off, and it was all. I mean, this thing was badass. Like they did a really good job on it. So I was literally able to shut the water off to the. They had an island sink and it was leaking underneath of it, so we had to take the island up because the plumbing ran underneath of it.
Yeah,
it was.
So the kitchen had the slide out, and it had the island right there.
Yeah,
yeah, that is another one that we had looked at, and the counter on the island was cracked.
Oh yeah,
but I didn't do that one.
The thing with it is, like I tell people, you know, when you hook that trailer up and you take it down the highway at 65, 70 miles an hour,
yeah,
you're putting it through a literal hurricane. Like, you know, we get to campgrounds sometimes, we get inside it, and man, our drawers are open. We got shit falling off the walls, and somebody's like, it doesn't even seem like that rough of a ride. I'm like, well, the wind was blowing. This thing is. I really want to, one of these days when we take a long trip, I want to put a GoPro like in the back of the camper, facing forward, just to watch what this thing goes through on a trip, you know.
Hey, my TV, the last time I came back from Indian Lake, actually, no, wasn't the last time. It was when I pulled with your truck, because then I learned I didn't put my TV I normally have sitting on my little counter there by my door.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have it strapped down, so I take it off and I set it on my bed.
Right.
Well, I got like halfway home and was like, did I move the TV?
Yeah, that's what we do. We put like the fan, the bedroom TV on the bed. The living room TV actually has a seatbelt. You push it back into the cabinet and you put the seatbelt.
I bought the straps to strap the TV to the counter.
Right. And like my
Yeah.
outdoor kitchen, the refrigerator has a strap so it don't come open.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you open the refrigerator and everything's all freaking mixed
Yep.
up. You know, shit's
Well, I was
falling out
told
of it.
not, if I have the option, not to leave the TV on that counter because it'll beat the shit out of it.
Oh yeah.
But
we even have these we have these drawers under our dinette, under the chairs, you know, the seats that they pull out and they got a bunch of stuff in them. They're real nice and they have snaps on them to keep them. Sometimes, dude, it'll unsnap those things and dump all the shit out of them. Cushions are off the couch. I mean, the decorations are off the wall.
I've got the 4 chairs for my dining table,
Mm-hmm.
and those all have straps to keep those chairs in place.
Yeah.
Because all those little booths that I tried to slide into, all those other campers, they're all trash.
Oh, I know. I know.
Oh, Eric is here. That's what he's barking at.
Ah.
I was like, why is Oscar freaking barking? Come on.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's 10:10. I gotta get off here and go to bed. I got crap to do tomorrow. It is. It is.
Fucking God, what are you doing? Bad influence?
Right? Horrible. That would be a good video, wouldn't it, Dan? Yeah.
Yeah, it would. I never
I'm
thought
gonna
about
do
that.
it one of these days. Yeah.
The-
I need to actually get it.
That would be cool.
I need to get a new GoPro. I bought that one and it never did work right. I don't remember what model.
Dude, they've got the knockoffs on sale on Amazon, and they
Yeah.
work great.
That's the ones I'm gonna get. I'm not gonna get a GoPro. I got like a Hero 9 right before they came out with the 3D ones or the 360s or whatever. And it never worked. Yeah, GoPros, exactly.
Well, the battery on the knockoff one, it lasts a little bit. It'll last about 50 minutes instead of 45 minutes, but it doesn't use as much power. But the picture's great. I got that roll bar mount and stuff to put in the Camaro. And when I cleaned everything up, when I moved the Camaro over to the shop, I found it finally. I lost it. So, cool. Well, take it easy, bro. And Dan, Twisted, Landon, everybody that's still here, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, everybody have a good night. And
Wendy.
Yeah, later, Wendy. I might actually have time Thursday because the weather's going to be crap.
Yeah.
So I said last Thursday I was throwing down on the Mustang. So
Later, Junkyard. I noticed. That's cool.
oh,
But everybody have a good one. What's left of your week? And if Jason does Thursday, we'll catch you then.
yeah, man.
You gonna try and do Thursday?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do Thursday.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my best foot forward. Like I said, I know I only have the one job to do if the parts come in tomorrow.
Wendy's
I'll be
off
doing it
this
Thursday
too.
What's that?
Wendy said she's off this Thursday too.
All right, good. All right. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Cool. All right.
All right.
All right, bro.
Peace
I'll
out.
catch you later. Everybody take it easy. We will catch you on Thursday. Cool. Later.